As we draw closer and closer to the game's release, the hype surrounding Deepwoken is beginning to reach new heights. With more and more attention being drawn to the game, Agamatsu has announced a Deepwoken stream scheduled to happen at the end of this week, presumably Friday or this weekend. We know the game is going to release sometime before next Tuesday, which is exactly a week from the day I'm recording this video. Since the stream is so close to the cutoff for the game's release, it's very possible that the release date will be announced during the stream. The other possibilities are that the devs post an announcement as to what the game's release date is, or that the game gets delayed. Just fucking kidding, that tweet's fake as hell. Anyways, a delayed release seems to be very unlikely since we've got news that the testing is going quite well at the moment. At this point, even the devs themselves want you guys to be able to play the game, so release date before Christmas is almost guaranteed. Here's a leak from Twitter coming from a Wave 1 tester, which seems to be confirmation that rapiers will be available on release. As far as I'm aware, it was unknown whether we would have rapiers or not on release. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Either way, with this leak, it's pretty much confirmed, unless this is some weird ass dagger. Honestly, I wouldn't be completely surprised if this is a troll, because as you all know by now, the Wave 1 testers are devious as fuck. Anyways, my Sharingan tell me that this is a rapier, so I'm gonna be very caught off guard if it's not.
Dog, I got my tester right here. You ready for this? Ice!
Along with this rapier, we've also got a leak of Slykage holding a goated ice sword. Before I talk about the ice sword itself, I'd like to know one thing, and that is that Slykage is dual wielding this ice sword with a katana. I think this is important because the ice sword is a completely different type of sword than the katana, alluding to high weapon versatility. There's a couple of explanations as to what this ice sword is, but I believe it to be a spell or a summoned sword. The reasoning behind this is that in the second image in his tweet, Slykage is only holding the katana and we don't see the ice sword anywhere. Obviously, it could be somewhere out of sight, but I don't feel like Slykage would include this second picture if that were the case. Let me know in the comments below what your guys' personal opinions on the ice sword is. It's entirely possible that it's some kind of effect or spell imbued onto a weapon, but like I said, I don't think this is the case. One last detail I'd like to note is that his clothing is pretty torn up and damaged. It means that as your armor or clothing loses durability, or perhaps just takes damage in a fight, it's represented visually on whatever you're wearing. The in-game guild ranking system was shown off a little bit in the past, but this image gives us a lot of clarification as to how it works. A few days ago, with the leak Infernasu posted, we saw an image with him and the leader of a group hive. With that leak and this new image showing guild members with their ranks above their head, it's safe to say that guilds and how you interact with other players is going to be a pretty big role in your experience going into the game. Speaking of your experience going into Deepwoken, if we hit 1,000 subscribers before December ends, I'm going to give away 3 copies of Deepwoken or 400 Robux to 3 winners. If you're interested in taking part in this giveaway, if it happens, join my Discord server in the description below. I'd also like to announce that I've started the server for my Deepwoken guild Dead End. Plundering the seas with you guys is going to be a blast.